Greetings, greetings, greetings. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We are once again, we're back in the Thunderdome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Brother Greg. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know, it just seems like we got a lot of people that are still struggling, ladies and gentlemen, to accept the defeat that is going on in MAGA Kingdom. Greetings, Nutty. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I want to remind the Trump supporters how we got here, ladies and gentlemen. So, some information has recently came out. Millie, greetings, has recently came out. And I understand why. MAGA right now, they're stressed out. Greetings, Miss Boss Diva. MAGA is stressed out because they just can't seem to realize that it's over. So I want to do this special edition of the Closet of Truth. Good afternoon. All right. I want to do this special edition of the Closet of Truth. And I want to give a big thanks to Mike Pence. You know, Mike Pence was under a lot of pressure. I mean, I strongly dislike his position on a lot of things, all right? I'm not by any means converting to anything that the Republican Party stands for. But this one act of heroism that Mike Pence displayed, ladies and gentlemen, it truly saved the United States of America. And every MAGA Trump supporter needs to get down on their knees and apologize for all the mean and hateful things that you said about Mike Pence. Yeah. I don't like Mike Pence's policies. I really don't. But for him to have said what he said to Donald Trump in his face, what did he say? Let me make sure I get this. I don't want to get this wrong because he said these words very plainly. Today's indictment serves as an important reminder. Anyone who puts himself over the Constitution should never be president of the United States. I had to do this. And you know why I went to the Closet of Truth. People are reaching out to me and they're telling me the Trump supporters are losing control of their emotions today. They're out here on TikTok getting into arguments with people and they're getting very frustrated and they're saying evil, nasty things. And they said, Zeus, please, Zeus, can you get out here and spread some good words to help these Trump supporters calm down? Because they know I'm the MAGA whisperer, right? I'm the MAGA whisperer. And so I want to remind Trump supporters, you're going to jail if you follow Donald Trump. Are there any Trump supporters that want to go to jail? Please raise your hand. All right. Any Trump supporters that are ready to go to jail today, please raise your hands. All right. Because we can help you get there. All right. Any Trump supporters want to apologize today? Because that's the only thing I want to hear from MAGA. MAGA has lost all credibility with me, in case you don't know. MAGA has not gotten a single thing right. You got no indictments on President Biden. You can't even catch his son, Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden, you say, is a crackhead. He's doing all kinds of drugs, and you don't even got him on a drug charge. I'm so disappointed in MAGA. But the video I just posted, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Fanone, how many of you know who he is? He is the officer that was assaulted on January 6th, right? And he said something very poetic. He said, Donald J. Trump is pretty much the same thing as Osama bin Laden, right? Does anyone out there think Donald Trump is a terrorist? By a show of hands, can anyone say they think Donald Trump is a terrorist? Please put your hand up if you think Donald J. Trump is a terrorist. Yeah, I see some hands. Yes, look at that. You see this, MAGA? Donald J. Trump is a terrorist. He's shown no respect for the rule of law. He thinks that he's above the law. He thinks that he's more important than the United States Constitution. Look at all these hands that have went up. And I didn't ask these people to get on TikTok and coordinate this with me. These are real Americans telling you the God honest truth. For it to have came to this, ladies and gentlemen, for it to have came to this, it just shows me that MAGA has lost their ever-loving mind. And you could say F Democrats all you want. I saw that. Explain to me why you're mad at the Democrats. Please. Explain to me and my friends why you're mad at the Democrats. It's not the Democrats that run the DOJ. Bill Barr was not a Democrat. And if you go look at this indictment has co-conspirators. And I've been combing through it. Not one Democrat is in here. So spare me with the fake outrage, MAGA. Oh, Latinos for Trump. Wow. I mean, listen, I get it. I'm not going to stop you from going to jail. Absolutely not. If you want to go to jail with Donald Trump, that's your business. Just don't cry when you get there. You know what grinds my gears? Hello. You know what grinds my gears? Is we got all these Trump supporters. They're out here on TikTok. And they are in tears. They're crying. How could you get my leader? He's innocent. I mean, they're crying as if they don't know how we got to where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. MAGA, do you remember what happened on January 6th when we saw all of you climbing the United States Capitol? Do you remember? What did he say? Let me make sure. Let me play something that you might remember.
Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength.
Right. You'll never take back our country. You have to show strength. Wow. What a shame. Trump and his supporters are going to go down in American history as probably the worst terrorist group to ever be in the United States of America. You said he got how many votes? 71 million? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say, you know what? That could have been 71 million terrorists if you ask me. I saw someone say Latinos for Biden. Wow, yeah, thank you. 74 million? Yeah. Does anyone in here think Trump supporters are terrorists? I'm just asking for a friend. Does anyone here think Trump supporters are terrorists? Because I don't want to jump to any conclusion. Does anyone think they're terrorists? Okay. Yep. You see, MAGA, this is what you've done to America. This is what you've done to America, MAGA. Your fellow Americans now consider you terrorists. If I were you, I would take down those Trump flags, hide them, get rid of them, burn them up. They belong in the pits of hell. I'm not one of these content creators on TikTok that's going to sugarcoat the truth. I'm Triple H, all right? You know why they call me Triple H? Because the first H is because I'm honest. I'm the most honest person on this platform, on any platform you'll ever run into. If you ask me a question, I'm going to give it to you straight. The second H is because I'm humble. I'm the most humble person you've ever experienced in your life. If I get it wrong, I'll be the first to apologize. As a matter of fact, I have a standing bet with a Trump supporter. All right. The bet was Donald Trump wouldn't be indicted. Right. Oh, there he is. Snuggles. The bet was I would owe him a steak if Trump doesn't get indicted. Right. I said, okay, well, I got the timing wrong, but I was going to go ahead and pay, but we doubled it up, and I said, listen, we had to wait till after midterms before he gets indicted because, they said that the red wave was coming. And so we bet again, and when we bet, I said, I guarantee you he's going to get indicted by June 30th, 2023. And the bet was on. I was going to bet Snuggles, and he was going to pay me double steaks, right? One for me. And one for my mother, because I got to eat with my mom, and I wanted the asparagus with the mashed potatoes and a little bit of a nice glass of wine, right? I was going to do this. And out of nowhere, Alvin Bragg indicted Donald J. Trump. I think it was April 4th. Is that right, Snuggles? He got indicted April 4th. And that's when I knew Donald J. Trump was probably going to spend the rest of his life in jail, right? And this is when I knew it because Alvin Bragg did it over some hush money payments. And I said, oh, that's a scary sign. I said, that's a scary sign when Alvin Bragg, and by the way, he's a black guy, he's a brother, he went at him first. And I said, Snuggles, where's my steak? Where's my steak, Snuggles? And you know what Snuggles said? Let's do triple or nothing, Zeus. I guarantee you, he won't get convicted. This is the thing, right? He's not been convicted. So I said, okay, Snuggles, triple or nothing. I know Donald J. Trump is going to get convicted. It's not that difficult. Anybody with any intelligence can see that this is going straight to a conviction, right? So now it's triple or nothing. All right? And I want to make sure we're all savoring this moment together. I want all the MAGA, don't block MAGA, don't block them, don't mute them in the comment section. I want them to witness this truth, and I want all of their senses to experience this truth. Because MAGA, I want you to be here on TikTok when Trump goes to jail, right? And I mean that. Donald J. Trump is a terrorist, and he deserves to be put in jail. If you go look at the information that's available, I know MAGA doesn't want to read it. They don't want to read it, but I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to open up the box. And I'm willing to challenge anybody that's willing to tell the truth. I'll open up this box. But if you get in the box and you start lying, I'm going to give you a warning. I really will. I'm going to say, listen, MAGA, I know what you're up to. You know why? Because I've been through the battlefield with MAGA. As a matter of fact, I got something. You ever go to these lives, ladies and gentlemen, and you hear Trump supporters, they start to me sounding like engines revving. You ever heard an engine rev and then it backfires and it's like, where's this car going? And it's like, its car's not going anywhere. Have you ever heard a MAGA person trying to debate? It sounds like that. You know what? It sounds like this. MAGA is a bunch of loud noise and the car isn't going anywhere. Just backfiring and all this other stuff. It's like, yo, listen, is the car, turn that thing off. MAGA, do me a favor. Don't think anymore, MAGA. Don't think anymore, MAGA. Stop it. You sound ridiculous, especially when you open your mouth and you talk. All right, listen to me. I'm the MAGA whisperer. I'm qualified to tell you this. Because you don't know what you're talking about. All these TikTok hosts, ladies and gentlemen, they've lied to all their viewers. Think about this. If you're if you're one of these people that go into these lives and you subscribe to these fake TikTok hosts, these fake TikTok lawyers, if you're one of these people, you've given these TikTok hosts your money and they got you out here looking ridiculous and crazy, right? Because now you have to explain why Jack Smith is involved. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go straight to the box. And I'm going to try to have a civilized discussion. Fair person. Be weathered right now.
No, I actually enjoyed listening to Biden's Corvette engine. It sounds good right next to those classified documents, man. That was a great sound effect.
Right. And that sound effect reminds me of you, Snuggles.
Because what are you worried? Why are you coming into me? There's no convictions.
Snuggles, when you get in the boxes, all you do is gas up the engine, but we're not going anywhere.
I know. I mean, you think indictments are a win.
Snuggles, why won't you tell your supporters the truth, right? Tell them.
I do. I tell them that there are indictments, but there are no convictions. Why is it taking so long?
How much money have you made off your supporters telling them these lies?
Now, Mr. Crossings, I told you in my live, I do not spend, neither any of these Republicans spend money on Donald Trump.
Well, how's he making all this money? He's making a killing, I hear.
Well, obviously, I might have to refer you to Donald Trump. Why don't you give him a call?
They're
And why
telling
do you
you in
have
the
Mike
comment
Pence in the
section,
background?
listen, Snuggles, they said you're lying. Now, you know the rule here.
Right.
You can't be lying in the box. Are you sending Donald Trump money or not?
Why do you have that criminal in the background that had classified documents? That's great. I'm glad you're reaching out. I mean,
Are you
everything that's
talking
behind you is all.
about Mike Pence, who had the courage to
Yeah.
stand up to Donald Trump and his cult-like ways?
No. He's a traitor to the country. He did not allow these 100 people to be
When
heard
did Mike Pence
on
become a
January
traitor,
6th.
Snuggles, hold on now. When did he become a traitor?
It was. You heard about the
It was
case.
good when he was getting you the votes, right? When you got all these
Well,
Christians, these
yeah.
evangelicals, he was good for that.
Yeah, but now as you see, his mind is definitely on Ukraine, and he didn't care about the American people. Did you hear that Tucker Carlson interview?
No, I don't listen to liars.
Oh, well, Tucker Carlson had a great interview, and Mike Pence didn't care about America, he said. He admitted it on there, and he said he didn't care. All he cared about is getting tanks in Ukraine and spending money there.
Okay, well, so Snuggles, it seems like I gotta help bring you up to speed on what's going on.
Oh, I'm up to speed, all right.
There are 21 lies Donald Trump told about the 2020 election. Okay, and this is why I got Mike Pence, because none of them worked for Mike Pence, right?
Right. None of them work. Right.
Now, I want to start here. The lie that fraud changed the outcome of the 2020 election. Are you willing to go on record today and admit Biden won fair and square?
What was the fraud? Tell me indictment number one. Can you repeat that?
No, I'm asking you, are you willing to go on record today and say that Trump lost to Biden?
Freedom of speech, you can really say much anything. You can't be convicted on freedom of speech, can you?
Any Trump supporters want to admit Biden won the election fair and square?
I'm just saying, can you be convicted on freedom of speech?
You can't. You can't.
Okay, so all those things that Donald Trump said about the election as a fraud is freedom of speech.
So Snuggles.
Hillary Clinton said that there's some fraud there. She was in the Congress. Where's her arrest?
Voter fraud. Do you still believe there was voter fraud?
Oh, absolutely. Well, now that it's being presented in the courts, it's great that Donald Trump can open the door to that. That's great. Thank you, Jack Smith. Okay. Now we'll have a defense, and now we can bring in everything across this country when it came to voter fraud. Okay. I don't want to get your live banned. We shouldn't talk about that. It's a community violation. Talk about voting, right?
Yeah, you know what you sound like right now.
I care about you,
Snuggles. You know what you sound like?
Yes. That is Biden's muffler. Next to the classified documents, everybody. Take a good look. All the classified documents are stuck in his muffler in the garage. You guys know that.
That's what you sound like. I
don't sound like anything.
You know, I got to keep this live honest, and you've gotten in here and you've made the mistake of spreading misinformation once again.
Mr. Crossings, has he been convicted? Yes or no?
Huh?
Has he been convicted? Yes or no?
He hasn't had a trial yet. Unless you're talking
about thank you. So he has right now. He's totally innocent. So who's bringing the lies?
Okay, can I ask this question? What about the Eugene Carroll thing? He's been convicted there.
Yeah, just battery and what else? What was the other thing?
Just battery? Just battery?
Yeah, just battery. Yeah, that's a he said, she said. There was no proof there, and until you start talking about Tara Reid, I'm not going to talk about this case.
Defected to Russia.
Right. Because
Russia.
Yeah, because Biden's threatening whistleblowers, threatened her life, everything. That's why people have to move.
Snuggles, you got a docket number for any of these allegations against President Biden?
Right, of course. Why don't you check the pockets of
Snuggles?
Check the pockets of the DOJ. Check the pockets of the DOJ, because that's where all his crimes are in.
So Snuggles, are you on TikTok once again saying Biden has a docket number for his crimes? If so,
you will see. You will see.
I will see.
Just like you said about Trump at the beginning. Wait, just like you said at the beginning, Mr. Crossings, you said it takes time to get a crime together and to investigate.
Yeah, somebody's trying to reach out to Zeus, Snuggles. Look, listen, I'm a busy guy, Snuggles.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
What do you want from us in the kingdom? Because the only thing I can do is give you more of this truth.
Mr. Crossings.
It sounds like your mind is stuck.
Right, Mr.
You are stuck. Snuggles, you are living in the past still.
Mr.
You're still
Crossings,
reflecting on the glory days.
M-
Your past is brighter than your
Mr.
future. You
Crossings,
don't see a future. Snuggles, you don't see a future without
right.
Trump, do you?
Mr. Crossings, if
Snuggles, Snuggles, do you see a future
OJ had
without Trump?
70 indictments and
Snuggles.
he was found not guilty. Not
Who?
guilty. You guys think you want OJ?
No, I
You
can't.
think
I got to ask a serious question. Do you not
right.
have a future without Trump? Can you see a future without Trump?
Hey, listen. I don't care if he wins or loses as long as I get my stakes.
Mm,
BH.
okay.
We are definitely
Okay.
going to get it. I'm definitely going to get my stakes.
All right. Well, listen, Snuggles. I got to bring up our next
Well,
guest.
so far it looks like I'm still going to get my stakes. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Absolutely not. No.
Right.
No.
Democrats, get those knee pads ready.
I've never heard so many misfiring and backfiring in my life. I swear, he sounds like a card. I mean, but where are we going with this, Snuggles? Seriously, and I was being kind. I was being kind to Snuggles because many of you know where I stand on these issues, all right? And I wasn't always this way with MAGA, but the gloves are truly off.
Everyone knows he's, and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him.
I was.
I was very kind to him, but now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened. He's taken millions of dollars from other countries like China. He's totally compromised. He's taken millions and millions of dollars from other countries.
Donald Trump, every MAGA accusation is a MAGA confession. You could be what did they see? What did I see? Latinos for Trump. You could do that all you want. Tell it to the judge. Every January 6er. Okay, and I've covered this for months. All these so-called tough Trump supporters, when they end up in that courtroom and the judge is banging the gavel down and giving them life sentences, 18 years for you, 12 for you, 6 for you, no community service. These folks are crying, folks. Do not believe this tough talk that you see on TikTok with these fake TikTok hosts, these fake TikTok lawyers. They're not built for this. They act like they are really ready to go to jail for Donald Trump, and they're not. They're not. I got a kid. I got a job. My mom and my dad, I need to go see it. I don't buy none of this. I support Donald Trump stuff. And you can listen to as much Jason Aldean as you want. You can watch as much Sound of Freedom as you want. I don't buy it. Trump supporters, I know good and well you're scared of Jack Smith and Fonnie Willis. Like I said, they got the barricade. Actually, they're scared of Alvin Bragg, too. They got the barricades up. Every time Trump gets indicted, they put barricades up. And I'm waiting to see a repeat of January 6th. And like some scared chickens, these Trump supporters, they don't go. They go, oh, I'm not going there that time because I know what's going to happen when the DOJ comes knocking on my door. So miss me with the tough talk, MAGA. Okay, 21 lies. And I'm not talking about 50 Cent song 21 Questions. This is 21 lies. Jack Smith had to uncover in this indictment to help point out that MAGA is a demon that worships the devil. They worship the devil. I know. I'm going straight to the box. Don't worry. All right. Let's go in a different direction. All right.
Oh, we are in a
Brother
different.
Greg, how are you?
We're doing great. We're in a different direction. All right. We're facing the right way, but not the right way. But we're facing the right way. So anyway, look, I'm fresh off work. We're doing great. MAGA is not doing so great.
They're not.
I heard today in a live that you were in, one of our favorite hosts that was just on. We had a commenter come up and I just went right over oh boy, I probably have a flat. Anyway, there was a commenter who said that they bring me up. I have information.
Right.
And all the information that this individual had was the fact that Donald Trump was acquitted in the Senate for his impeachment.
That's not information.
For January 6th. That was the information. I was like, what? What the heck is that? You know, if you're going to use that argument, then President Clinton was found not guilty. Zero convictions for Mr. Clinton. But yet I keep hearing about everything about Mr. Clinton.
Yeah.
So it's I'm very confused. I'm so confused.
So from what I'm gathering, you're saying they're trying to say that because he wasn't convicted when he was impeached, that means what? He didn't do it?
Well, yeah, it means he didn't do it because, you know, the Senate was on his side, so of course nobody got convicted.
Wow.
And they know that. I mean, they know everything in terms of the the case itself.
Do you think they realize that Donald Trump is a criminal and that they're ignoring it, or do you really think they believe Trump is innocent and being persecuted like Jesus Christ?
They believe that Donald Trump is a target of investigation. He's being, but they also believe though in that he is, very similar
criminal
to Jesus. He's a martyr. Like for them, he's their martyr. And yesterday I saw somebody in your comments say, you made him a martyr, and I said, "Whoa, wait a second, are we launching him somewhere? What's going on here?" You meant to say martyr, but you know, spelling is hard.
Yeah,
spelling is. Speaking of which, again, I've told you like 40 times, we need that your emoji in your freaking chat, in your your subscription chat.
I might have to add that emote in the subscription for the subscribers because this is getting out of hand. It's starting to sound like, you know, what our good friend April said. There's a comprehension issue when it comes to MAGA. Do you think the indictment is too much for them to comprehend?
I think everything is too much for them to comprehend. I don't think they're very good at comprehending. I actually had a thought. You know, there's been a lot of information coming out about aliens and UFOs, and I'm starting to think that maybe the MAGA supporters are the aliens. Maybe remember that they said the government has possession of non-human bodies.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that maybe these people came from another planet because I have never seen anything quite like this in my life. I mean, this is like when you go punch somebody in the face and then you go, "Oh, I didn't do it," and then everybody that witnessed it is like, "Oh yeah, he didn't do it, man." Yeah. It's the same mentality.
Mm-hmm. And this is why I say what I've said for the past couple of weeks. MAGA has lost all credibility, and as far as I'm concerned, everything they represent stands for crime. They're criminals. They're criminals.
Also, why is it that everybody in MAGA land has an attorney or a infectious disease expert? Why is it that their chameleon of opportunity changes so frequently? Oh, I've got the data. I've got this. I've got that. You know, we all know somebody in our life who pretends like they know someone, right? Cut that out. Please cut it out. Just cut it out. We don't need that energy.
You've lost all credibility, MAGA.
Yeah. And I mean, on tomorrow's Thursday, I'm excited to learn about what there'll be experts in tomorrow because today was Wednesday and they're lawyers today. So we'll have to see what they are tomorrow. Maybe they'll
And what else happens tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow could be, tomorrow could be a big day.
Oh, it's going
to be. The grand jury meets in Georgia, where I didn't ask for votes.
And doesn't Trump get a rain tomorrow?
Well, I don't think it's raining. It's actually kind of sunny. And that's what they did. They said it was going to rain on my parade. So strongly.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to being indicated.
Yeah. So in other words, MAGA, your leader will be in shackles tomorrow.
Well, we're not in shambles. We're not in shambles. Zeus, we're not in shambles, okay? We're not in shambles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You said shambles.
Yeah, well, shambles, shackles. He's going to get fingerprinted and processed. They're going to see that his hands are dry and crusty. They're going to have to put lotion on him, and they're going to have to put his fingerprints. That's what they do to criminals.
That's what they did to me.
Yeah, MAGA. Do you think they did that to President Biden?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that, like,
I can't hear
at the
you.
end, what?
No, I'm talking to MAGA. Do you
Oh.
think they've done that to President Biden? No, they haven't.
Of course not.
Because
what has President Biden been proved of? Absolutely nothing.
The only thing that Jim Jordan and James Comer and all these whistleblowers have done, and they've continued to do it quite well, is they've proved President Biden is innocent.
I mean,
They exonerated him.
Complete and total exoneration, just like Donald Trump himself said. Complete and total exoneration for Alvin Bragg. Alvin Bragg. We love Bragg. We like to brag. Alvin Bragg.
Yeah. So listen up, MAGA. It's done. It's over. All right, brother.
Yeah,
Greg, I'm just bring up some of your friends.
Bring up
now.
the next one. Next one. All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Greg a round of applause for telling the truth. MAGA, you don't have any credibility. You've not gotten a single thing right. I just saw Nancy Pelosi on CNN, right? CNN, it's a great network if you watch it. MSNBC as well. Fox, watch Fox only when you want to be lied to, all right? But Nancy Pelosi, and she got out there and very plainly put it, just because you're a president of the United States doesn't mean you can break the law, okay? And I don't understand why that's so difficult for MAGA to understand and comprehend. This is why I tell MAGA, you have no credibility. You need to sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast, okay? Because you don't know what the heck you're talking about. All right, we're going straight in, ladies and gentlemen. We are going straight in. All right. We're going to talk to, we're going to go a different direction. We talk to people we don't normally talk to, but, we try to keep it clean. Good afternoon, Kelly. How are you?
How you doing, Zeus?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I love watching your show,
Okay.
The Truth Teller.
This is our first time doing business, right?
It is.
You know how this goes.
Let's go.
All right, I got to ask you some questions, and how you answer them determines your fate in the kingdom. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right. In your opinion, was the 2020 election stolen by President Biden?
Absolutely not.
Hey! All right, next question, all right. In your opinion, who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
That would be the diaper-wearing Donald Trump.
Yeah! I love it. All right, now this last question is going to come at you like a curveball. All right? But I'm going to ask it anyway. In your opinion, do you think President Biden is guilty of any crimes?
Not a one.
Let's give Kelly a wonderful round of applause and welcome her to the family. I've gone ahead and followed you. All right, Kelly, what brings you to the closet of truth?
Well, I was just in T's live, and he was playing the indictment.
Oh.
And, Trump's boys are turning on him faster than Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I love it. That's a hip-hop joke for those of you who don't know. Go for it.
Yeah, he's pretty screwed. And I've been in a few lives today. Saw Snuggles in a few lives today.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I just got done sending him down the drain in this live.
He's so delirious.
Yeah.
And they all are. It's just crazy to me that they still follow this guy. It's just wild.
Right. Why do you think they follow this guy? What does Trump represent and mean to them?
Because they're in a cult. I mean, it's like he's their god or something, and it's just pathetic. He's just a criminal.
Don't they call themselves Christians, though?
They do, but I don't think anything that they represent is Christian.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Wow. Wow. I must say, I'm thinking and I'm like, yeah. Because, they shouldn't have any other gods before the God in the Bible, but they think Trump is a god, right?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. And,
Hmm.
I think that a lot of what's going on in politics today is based in people not being able to separate church and state. And so they now have lifted Trump up to be their new savior, where he's not religious at all. He can't even
Right.
hold the Bible the right way.
Right. He
And
had to use Mike Pence to get the votes, right?
that's correct. And
And then they called Mike Pence a traitor.
right, and they tried to unalive him at the
Shame.
Capitol.
What a shame. And when you said that, it seems ridiculous until you realize they actually brought the gallows to the Capitol.
They did, and they were praying, and they had their Bibles, and that's not what Christianity is about, and it's
Nope.
just really unfortunate that that it's come to this.
That's an understatement. It's an understatement that it's unfortunate. It's criminal.
It is,
The-
and they're gonna see, because
Yeah.
old Trumpy boy is going to prison. He's screwed.
That's music to my ears.
Yeah.
You hear that? Click, click. He's going to prison.
That's right. And you know what, Zeus? Thanks for doing what you do. You are awesome. I listen to you every morning when I'm working. And that's all I got. Vote blue, y'all.
All right. Well, listen, Kelly, I appreciate you coming in and having the courage to tell nothing but the truth. All right. I appreciate that.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Kelly a nice round of applause. It's not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth. You got these Trump supporters that like to just get in the box and huff and puff, and they yell and they scream. And I kept wondering to myself, I said, what does these Trump supporters that yell and scream remind me of? And it took me a while, ladies and gentlemen, but I think I've got it. They sound like a car that's revving its engine but going nowhere, right? Just wasting gas. This is a typical Trump supporter. Zeus, I want to debate you. Zeus, I'm this and that for Trump. What they call themselves? He said he's a Latino for Trump. I'm black for Trump. I'm white for Trump. I'm whatever for Trump. I don't care what you are. Listen, sit your special Trump behind down and listen to this special broadcast. All right, you ain't nothing but getting primed to get ready to go to jail and then hell. And you can say there's no convictions all you want. He hasn't had a trial. But if we go off of this first trial that I've seen him have with E. Jean Carroll, if we look at how that went down, and that wasn't even Jack Smith or Fonnie Willis. That wasn't even them. That was just, one of those cases. It's a civil case. The thresholds aren't the same. And he lost that. If he lost to that, what you think is going to happen when you... 45 pages, 70. I'm done with MAGA. I really am. I have zero tolerance for MAGA. I seriously don't. I seriously don't have any tolerance for MAGA. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next guest. My good friend Dionysius. Greetings.
Welcome. How's it going, brother?
It's going good. How are you doing?
All right. So, hey, here's some quick facts for MAGA. All right. Number one, stop saying why hasn't Biden been indicted. You can thank Bill Barr for that, for not indicting Donald Trump when he was a sitting president and making the precedent for that. Number one. Number two, if you don't see what's going on right now and the way they're setting this up like dominoes to fall into a treason charge, not a espionage charge, this is going to turn into one of the biggest things going on. In most of the Republican Party, especially the loudmouths like Marjorie Taylor Greene and that other diddler Gates down there and whatever other clowns they got running around for them trying to defund the FBI. They're trying to defund the FBI because they got billions in PPP loans under fraud. And that's why they want to defund the FBI. Number 3. All right. Now,
talk to him.
Now you say Donald Trump, okay, we give him the presumption of innocence until proven guilty. So what is a presumption? It's a pre-assumption. What is an assumption? Well, just spell assume. When you spell assume, you make a out of you and me. All right? So number four.
Talk to him.
If Joe Biden is so mentally disabled the way you say he is, how has he been rope-a-doping the whole Republican Party like Muhammad Ali since he's been in office? That's all I want to know.
Flying like a butterfly, stinging like a bee.
He's probably one of the sharpest senior citizens I know, actually. And when he does trip up, you know what that's for? What? It's for clowns like Marjorie Taylor Greene to take the bait so he can make it into a campaign video. It's not even funny the amount of embarrassment the party themselves have gone through. Never mind the people who are supporting them. Okay, so Donald Trump just complained the other day that Jack Smith and DOJ has spent $23 million investigating him. Well, guess what? You MAGA morons people have been supporting him twice that. $40 million from the super PAC have supported his legal fees. Do you really think he's going to do anything good with that? Because you mentioned some woman that defected to Russia, right? What was her name?
Tara Reid.
Tara Reid defected to Russia. Oh, that's
correct.
Funny. You know what Donald Trump's going to do to claim political asylum?
What's he
going to do? The same thing. He's going to run over to Putin, his little puppet master, and he's going to run that little community that Putin's setting up for expatriates to go live at. Yeah, you, him, and the rest of the Republican Party can go fill that neighborhood as far as I'm concerned and have a good day. All right? Plain and simple. And click, making fun of my IQ, get in the box and see if you can do any better than me, bro. Have a good day.
Shots fired!
Let me take a breath. Have a good day, Zeus.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Dionysius came in and did the Lord's work. Give him a round of applause. It's easy to see, ladies and gentlemen, what the future is for MAGA. It's over. Y'all make it so easy. We don't even gotta try anymore. All we do is repeat what you say. And it sounds ridiculous when we say it. If it sounds crazy when we say it, what do you think it sounds like when you say it, MAGA? Click. I don't know what else to say other than let me call Zeus something that I know is a lie. Click, cut it out, sir. Why don't you get some more followers, Click? I think many of these people in here know you long enough. It's time for you to get in the box and say whatever it is you got to say. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Greetings, Michelle. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing all right. It's our first time doing business, huh?
Yeah, someone sent me your live, and I think it was based off of how I was handing MAGA they butt in they live.
Oh!
Yeah,
Okay,
somebody inboxed me that I don't even know. It was like a message request and sent me your live.
Wow.
I was like, oh, wow.
It's always nice, when we combine forces and get to working out here and doing the Lord's work, Michelle. So I appreciate the opportunity and the pleasure to meet you, all right? So what were you giving them a hard time about, okay? Because
because let me tell you. They trying to tell me, and I live in Georgia, that they were pulling ballot boxes with ballots that they weren't supposed to be counting to tomorrow. And I said, what difference does it make if I count votes today or tomorrow? If they the same votes got to get counted.
Right.
I'm like, okay. And they kept coming back. And I said, well, let me ask you this then. This is why I shut them down. I said, let me ask you this. Out of all these states where this voter fraud was at, right? A combination of whatever would have put him over, right?
Right.
Tell me why they didn't come back and find any fraud, even in Republican states. I said, if I got home field advantage and I'm the Republican nominee, and my presidency is up to your Republican state, governor, the election people, everybody are Republicans, then yeah, so why didn't I get that state if it was fraud?
Right. Right.
I'm saying they could always, but because nobody wanted to overturn unless I said, don't give me what your opinion is, give me facts. See, they can't handle facts. When you make them stick to the facts, they try to gaslight you. They try to flip. No. I kept bringing them back to the facts. And then he said, I'm going to give you the source when I'm done. So I let him do his spiel. And when he didn't give me the source, I said, see, that's the problem. And right now I'm going to tell you to go have a nice day. I'm leaving the live because y'all don't want to deal in facts. I handed them they butt on the voting thing. I handed them they butt. They don't even know how the federal court system works.
Wow. Wait,
like,
hold on a second. Serious? Hold on. I got to go answer the door, but stay right there. You can keep talking, all right?
Okay. Hey, y'all, in the comments, they didn't even know how the federal court system works. And as you can see, I am a black woman, so I'm sorry, it just is what it is. You know our community is incarcerated at a higher rate than anybody else, right? So I say, well, why did the host, like, why did he have to get an indictment? If he was guilty, they would have just took him in. I said, ma'am, you talking about federal courts. The grand jury has to hand down the indictment. What are you talking about? Well, then how does he get all these charges then? It just seems like they're in a witch hunt. Let me tell you something. If someone has a felony or whatever, I just gave an example, and they have a pew-pew, and they go and across state lines, they ain't got to do nothing with this pew-pew. It could have been in a car, whatever. Somebody they was in a car with was speeding, they got pulled over. I said, ma'am, you do realize if they cross states, that is 2 states that they have violated the state law and the federal law because they went across state lines. I said, so now they got 3, 2 state, 1 federal. And she said, I said, I know you didn't know. I said, but let me sit down, let me educate, right? And so the other part, and I did this earlier today because I was in there twice today. So this was early. I said, so now, when they can't come back and keep charging me. I said, yes, they can. Just because the indictment started with 1, he can come back and make an amendment, ma'am. You are talking about federal law right now. And then she tried to say that this last indictment was for conspiracy. I said, ma'am, you didn't even read the indictment. Well, yes, I did. I said you couldn't have if you thought it was for conspiracy charges, okay? And then she goes, well, for something to be a conspiracy, how is that? Well, she didn't even know what a conspiracy meant. And one of her MAGA friends had to explain it, but she was like, oh. I said, that's the reason he has unindicted co-conspirators. I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, you up here trying to defend him. You're trying to tell us this or that. I said, and listen, by my income bracket, I should vote Republican. But I don't vote my interest because I have people that don't make $500,000 a year that I know. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm about for the people. I said, so the other thing, ma'am, and I had to tell this last time I was in there handing them they butt, and they didn't know how to take it. The man got so flustered. I didn't say a source. You did. Someone's going to give me a source before you answer the next question. They kept trying to jump in with more questions. I said, no. Y'all all being rude right now. He said he would give me the source before he asked me the next question, and he never did. And that's why I left, and somebody sent me your lie. Because, listen, they want to deal in falsehoods. That's why I'm running for the U.S. Congress this year.
Oh,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. September 1st, I'll be dropping my stuff for the 13th district in Georgia. What? That's where I live. Yes, sir.
Oh, I need to be there with you.
Okay, I'm not playing no games. I'm playing no games. I'm none. And I'm going to tell you what I don't like about our Democrats, baby. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. What I don't like about our Democrats is they sit here and most people ain't watching the news like we do. Most people ain't politics buffs like we do, right? So when someone turns on their news and they see bites and bits and clips of a Republican lying, But what they don't see in real time is us calling it out and checking it right there. Then
Right
they
there.
believe the lie. Oh,
Yeah.
baby, they ain't ready. I'm coming through there with my big mama duster coat on. They ain't ready. I'm calling them all to the carpet. Don't play. No, what you will not do is lie anymore. And that's what they could not handle in their lives, honey.
Good.
I'm going to Washington.
Listen. It sounds like you've been through some of the characters I've ran in on this platform, so I want to,
Probably.
I want to give you a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
you didn't let MAGA dim your light at all. You told the truth. Listen,
Yeah.
in my life, you're safe. Okay, trust me. MAGA has zero credibility because they've got nothing right. Okay, they didn't get the 2020 election right. They didn't get January 6th right. They didn't get midterms right. They didn't get the indictments right. So it's like a student that's in the class and they're getting an F. Should they be allowed to teach the class?
Oh my gosh, exactly right. Right? Oh, you need to applaud yourself for that.
I know, right?
That was a good one. I'm telling you, you wait. When Trump get them complaints put on him, now I don't know if they're gonna put him in a regular federal prison or not.
It don't
Or
matter.
they're gonna put him on forever house arrest in Mar-a-Lago. What they gonna do? At the end of the day, when that man pay, I want to see what the next. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How's it? Pence even told on Pence kept copious notes. Oh my God! I said y'all haven't read this indictment clearly. They like, I don't want to read it. It's lies. Okay, well then we can't even have a conversation.
Don't even talk to them.
Nope.
Don't even talk to these. These are some liars. They're hypocrites. They got a MAGA demon inside of them. All right.
Yep.
And that MAGA demon is being bound up by Jack Smith and Fonnie Willis and Alvin Bragg and Letitia James, and they know it. They know it. You consider it a great badge of courage when they block you from their lives. Okay, and they yell at you. Just go ahead and say whatever.
I did because they couldn't handle the truth. I was holding them feet to the fire. And like Jack Smith and all them, Fannie and all them about to do Trump. This going to be, I'm getting popcorn to watch this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice meeting you, too.
All right, nice meeting you.
I will let you know when I'm back home because I drive semi-trucks. I own a truck company.
Okay. Oh, so
yes,
you really out here. You really out here doing this. You hear this, folks?
I own a trucking company. I'm retiring next month though.
Okay.
From trucking because it just ain't what it was.
Wow.
And so my friends kept saying, all my white tea friends and all them, and Michelle, you need to run. If I could vote for you, I would. You need to run. I'm like, run. I got businesses. They gonna let me keep my business. They gonna make me shut them down. They was like, no, they won't. You can have your businesses and be in Congress. I say, wait, what?
And
I'm about to go hold some folks accountable. We done
do it. Get there.
Our America.
If Marjorie Taylor or Marjorie Trader Green, as some say, if she can do it, you definitely. This is a walk in the park for you. Okay. Man. And you have my unwavering support. All right, because guess what? We need more folks like you out here telling it like it is and setting these captives' minds free. There's a lot of people in America right now that think like you and I, but they don't have a voice because they're outnumbered by MAGA. All right?
I got y'all back. Wait till y'all see me on the floor with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Do your thing.
You have a blessed day. Thank you so much.
You're absolutely welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Michelle a round of applause.
Thank y'all. I don't know how to drop down, so
I got you.
Okay.
All right. Keep on doing the Lord's work. All right, ladies and gentlemen. See, so what this is proof positive of is the message is getting out all throughout the United States of America, all throughout the kingdom. Folks are tuning in and their minds have been liberated. No one wants to deal with MAGA anymore. We are over it. We're over it. And MAGA, like I said, you sound ridiculous getting out here repeating what Donald J. Trump said when he's going to go to jail. At this point, cut it out. All right, let me me get back to the box, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, we got so many different individuals that want to talk. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we got Miss Boss Diva.
Hey Zeus, what's going on? It's a
What?
beautiful day in the kingdom.
It is, right? You know, you just never know when the Lord calls you to do what you're supposed to do, but when He calls you, you gotta pick up.
Amen, amen, my brother. It was really nice meeting Michelle. She
Right?
was on point, on fire, and I'm here for it.
Right, I had to go open the door. You know, Amazon King, and I said, "Wow, she kept the live going," and I was like, "Yeah,
Okay, she's
it,
fire. She's
yeah,
fire. And you got my unwavering support as well, Michelle. Hopefully you're still here.
oh yes."
But but yeah,
She
so
went in there and she
actually
battled these fake TikTok lawyers and thugs on TikTok, and she came out victorious.
very, very credible, very, very credible, and I appreciate her actually being for the people and running for, congressional seating in her area. That's magnificent because
Right.
the more of that, the merrier we'll be. Everybody would
Mhm.
be better off with people like that in office. You know what
Amen.
I mean? So yeah, I made a good move the other day. I actually invested in Kleenex.
Uh-oh. You
I
did?
invested in Kleenex, and
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What made
I'm
you
I'm
decide to go buy some stock in Kleenex?
I'm fried riding. The Magateers have really brought the stock up
Oh,
tremendously.
let me
Lots
see.
of purchases.
Mm, mm, mm. Wow.
Lots of purchases for Kleenex.
Mm,
Um, Especially from yesterday. I mean, it really like shot up through the roof.
right.
But yeah, so Mr. Donald Grifter Trump, he's on his anti-truth social already with the mugshot. Now he came up with his own mugshot. Did you see that?
He did?
Yes, he did. He came up with his own grifter mugshot. He had this, like fake mugshot of him with this stupid look on his face. And then he had a sign under his chin and it says President Donald J. Trump, 45, 47, 4/4/2013, not guilty. And then he has a, and then he got a word
Wow.
contribute right underneath that, right? So that's his grifter.
Oh, so he's trying to take more money.
You should see that. I don't know if I can send it to you, but it is so. I
Well,
was
they
like,
keep saying
this,
he's not guilty, but he hasn't gone to trial yet.
right. I mean, I guess that's what he plans on pleading tomorrow at his arraignment.
You just don't. You can't make this stuff up.
You
Thank you,
really
Michelle. You're
cannot.
so kind.
You
You
really
just
cannot.
so tomorrow he gets arraigned, and his supporters. Do you think they'll be brave enough to go there and get caught in one of those traps that they've sprung?
Well, if they do, I hope they got their commissary and their lawyers on deck going
Yeah.
down. They're not going to come back, free.
No.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? More than likely they'll get arrested, if they try to F around and find out, that way. So
Mm.
I don't recommend it, MAGA. I
No,
recommend you
I,
stay at
I,
home.
okay, listen. Don't you
Keep,
think it's good for them to be in paradise with their leader, Donald Trump, in
oh,
jail?
well, yeah. I mean, he will be. He'll meet some of them there already. It's like 1,000 people that's been arrested and
Virgil.
jailed and convicted and all of that before he'll get there. So he'll have plenty of company, Zeus. He has like a
Yeah.
1,000 people before him. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Maybe even
yeah.
1,100.
Mm,
So yeah,
mm,
he'll be fine in that department.
yeah. Well, okay. Well, listen, MAGA. I hear if you go there tomorrow, you'll get a first class trip to jail. All right. Just go ahead and tell them you're with the big or the boss. I was going to say the big guy, but tell them you're there with the boss, and trust me, they will open the doors and they will let you have whatever jail cell you want. Right?
I don't think that he should have any kind of privileges whatsoever, though. Honestly, I really want to see him in those nice little jewelry bracelets that they call cuffs.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what
Oh,
I live
those cups.
for. That's what I'm living for, man. It's this like he's done so much dirt and trash and harm, and I can't see anything else but him being in jail. I mean, all the
And
odds
and,
are
and
stacked
and you know,
against
if he
him.
goes to jail, America can get on and start with the healing that this country needs.
And we need it. We need it
Mhm.
very, very badly, and that's where it'll start. I mean, it's to put
Uh-oh,
the
somebody asked you, Miss Boss, someone asked you, could you list some of the harm that Trump has done?
oh, absolutely. Do we have all
Okay,
day? Okay, we don't have all day, but I'll give you a couple of them.
give us
First
a
and
couple, please.
foremost is the mishandling of COVID. Okay, now personally, Diva has had plenty of people die from COVID because he didn't know. Talking about he it was going to mysteriously
He
disappear.
lied
This is
to us.
early in the game, yo.
Right.
This is not, after the vaccine
Nasty.
and all of that. That is, when he was in office, right then and there. And then he passed them crappy tax cuts that's always cutting into my pockets every
Ooh.
time at the end of the year when I get ready to go and deal with Uncle Sam.
Mm.
So yeah, and so he's taking money out of my grandbaby's mouth, my mouth, and everything else that I want to do subsequent because he wants to tax me.
Yeah.
Why? Because
Yeah.
all he care about is rich people,
Mm.
right? So that causes a lot of harm. And that's
Yeah.
just within my own realm. Now, I don't
Mhm.
know, what I'm saying, what he's not done to you, but yeah, that's just a couple of them. I can list off the top of my
Well,
brain.
the damage he did with COVID was beyond forgiveness. If you ask me, if we could put a new sin in the Bible, I would say one new sin should be lying to the American people about COVID. Wouldn't you say?
I
You know
would
how many
say.
people lost their lives because
Exactly. And click, you need to cut it out because he
yeah.
definitely did tax everybody except for him. And he taxed you too, because I know you not no billionaire sitting up in Zeus live. You
He
need to
called
go
Click Click
somewhere with
thinks he's
that.
a billionaire, but he's not because he's been crying all over TikTok saying his 401k is in the toilet. Remember that Click Click?
Right. Yeah. It should be in the toilet. It's gonna be in the toilet at least through 2025. So I hope you got, some hustle going on,
Yeah.
buddy.
His name's Click Click because he's broke. That's funny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's broken. Click, 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 click. Ain't nothing's, snapping together for you, huh?
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. You
So,
would
and
think
another
that
thing,
go for it.
I was just gonna mention about Kamala, about
Oh,
De Satan, I would like to say. I
yeah,
was gonna
yeah.
say
Just
something else, but
Satan
I gotta
on the
keep it clean.
con. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so he tried to call Kamala Harris out
Oh,
about, debating the African American studies discussion.
don't do it, Kamala. Please
And
don't.
you already know she not gonna go and entertain no clown.
Yeah, don't
She's
cast
not.
her
She doesn't
pearls
have a
before
red nose
swine.
on her face.
Right. Don't.
Yeah, she turned him down respectfully. She was like, "I don't have time to be discussing that with you. You know you wrong, and that's all that we need to know."
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
wrong about that. So all these MAGAs out here, like I said, and that's another way they harming. They passing these laws. You know what I'm saying? They taking away our female body autonomy. They're
Right.
taking away, other rights and things, voting rights and gerrymandering and doing all of these things and they want to cut your Social Security. They want to cut your Medicare. They just want to chop and slice and clip. That's what they
Wow.
want to do. So that's how they hurt you. That's,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? And click, you disrespectful. You know, and you don't know who trying to get who pregnant. But I,
Mm.
I suggest you better, like back it up a few.
Tell
That's
him.
all I'm saying to you, click, straight
Tell
up in
him.
this here live. Because the one I'm going to tolerate is you taking personal shots at me. You can take political shots all you want to, but that's one thing about these MAGAs. They don't have nothing else to get with. You know what I mean?
You know.
They don't have any other kind of
Don't you have some
defense.
business, MAGA, to get to? Don't you have some business to get to seriously?
Well, yeah, they do. They do. They got some kind of business. I guess
Bronxville.
being up Trump's butt, that's the only business that they in.
Oh my God. Boss Diva, you're so hilarious. Now, We gotta move on to our next guest.
Yeah, I
All right.
love you, Zeus. It's all good. Let's bring up somebody else that's gonna tell the truth
Yeah.
and shame the devil.
I love it, and I appreciate that as much as you know it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Miss Boss Diva a round of applause. And that zero can't go straight like that because guess what? They need to be told this way, okay? Because the gloves are now off. You know what I said before. I wasn't always like this with MAGA. I used to be kinder. But the gloves are now off.
Everyone knows he's, and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago.
I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. I was very kind to him, but now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
The jar is open, MAGA.
He's taken millions of dollars from other countries like China. He's totally compromised. He's taken millions and millions of dollars from other countries.
Yeah, every MAGA accusation is a MAGA confession, okay? Listen, MAGA, I got another thing to say to you. If you're uncomfortable with this level of truth in this live, you can leave. It's a free country. You can leave.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
They do.
if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Yeah.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And I really do mean that, MAGA. You belong in another country besides this one. And I don't care which one it is. If you ask me what country I prefer you go to, that's a different conversation. Because you know what my top 3 countries are. Russia, China, and North Korea. And there you should go there and get there expeditiously, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful Shay. How are you doing? Welcome.
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Where did I steal you from? I don't know. Well, you know, it's a lot going on. You still got these folks like Click out there. They're just so comfortable spreading lies on behalf of Donald Trump. What do you think is what's with this? What do you think it is?
I mean, the amount of intelligence is not there. It's very low IQ business, obviously.
Low IQ.
Sorry, my dinner's going off. For people like Click, I don't know who. They've never shared their pronouns, so I'll just call them they. I'm not sure who I'm talking about.
Right.
It could be a girl. I don't know. But she's often in here. They're in here every day. So I'm just gonna say, I think she's a fan. I think she loves you. I think she's obsessed with you, and I think that she's jealous that she doesn't have enough followers, so she can come in the box and talk to you and send you love messages. That's what I really think who Click is, to be honest with you, because she's in here every day.
Wow.
Every day in your lives, just spewing nonsense and attacking us and doing all that. And it's just funny. I just think it's hilarious.
Fair enough.
We've invited her to leave.
It's like their way of flirting with me, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Clickbait.
Hey, clickbait. I love it. That's perfect. Because you're in here every day, click, every live, and here, even the ones he does in the evenings, you're here. It's like a pesky little fly we can't get rid of. It cracks me up. But anyway, you're welcome to stay and learn and blab your mouth. It's all good. But here's that poor guy behind you. God bless Mike Pence.
God bless him, right?
I mean, have you seen the reaction to his video? I mean, he came out and said it. You know what? He did not ask me to pause the election, because that's what they keep saying. They just asked him to pause it so that they could do the whole thing where they just, get, the whole, what's that wonderful bill that Snuggles always talks about.
The Brunson brothers one.
Brunson versus Adams thing, right? So they had time to recount. That's all that was. That's all Trump tried to do. No, Mike Pence came out and said that's not what he did. He
Nope.
didn't ask me to pause it. He asked me to overturn the election.
Unbraised.
He
Right.
asked me to he and his crackpot attorney. I love that. He and his crackpot full of attorneys.
So there was some crack involved. Wow.
Yeah, there must have been some crack. That's probably who left the cocaine in the light.
That's hilarious.
It was probably Sidney Powell.
It's funny you say that because Rudy Giuliani was mentioning that stuff in this indictment in Arizona, you know. Mm-hmm. They were he said they were passing around a USB device like it was a vial of that stuff. So if you think about it, why all this talk about that? You got Rudy saying that, Donald Trump talking about classified documents, then he goes, order me, someone pass the cokes. Remember?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of discussion of drugs and stuff on the right. Yeah, it's kind of interesting when you think about it. Yeah. I'm like, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here now I look on Twitter and they're all saying that, including Donald Trump, did a post about him and saying, he'll never win and he should drop out and he'll never be president. Oh. And then there's a lot of posting that he's a traitor. So this is who you want to support, right, MAGA? This is what you want to do.
They want to support a traitor and a terrorist.
They do. They do. Over a real Christian conservative. That man behind you is a real Christian and a real conservative.
Yeah.
And they want a convicted criminal.
Wow.
And listen, federal indictments are no joke.
Nope.
They have a 98% conviction rate. So the fact that he has several indictments federally means it's not boding well for Trump at all.
It's not.
It's not. I mean,
he's going to get convicted. He's going to get convicted. Right?
He is. Oh, he's gonna get convicted. And you know why? Because he's gonna have Mark Meadows, so many people, Mike Pence, people that get on the stand and testify against him.
Promise to tell nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Not going to be a Democrat in the crowd. Not one Democrat.
Nope.
Nope. It's going to be a line of Republicans. Next.
Yeah. We are manifesting that here. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think this guy, Michael Fanone, I don't know if you saw this, but he likened Donald Trump to Osama bin Laden. Do you see any comparisons between them two?
Wow. That's, absolutely. Osama bin Laden went on those planes.
Yeah.
He wasn't one of the 19.
No.
You're right.
Yeah.
He stayed in the desert.
Yeah.
Had a turban on and said, go do these. Go do this in my honor and Allah's honor and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Attacked our country. Right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. When you say, if you think of two terrorist events that have occurred in this country, definitely 9/11, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And the next in line, what would you say the next one in line would be?
On terrorist attacks, probably Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor, I'll put that there too. What about January 6th?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Think about that. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, January 6th is a huge one. But I guess I went foreign terrorists. I was thinking foreign terrorists.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. We're talking domestic. This is domestic.
Domestic terrorists. Yeah. The one where it's in the presidential oath.
Yeah.
Where you swear to uphold the Constitution against all foreign and domestic terrorists. That one?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
After why he got impeached.
Yeah.
And like, they're just, going after him. Like, no, he got impeached. He broke his presidential oath.
Yeah.
By doing January 6th.
This is why I say we got to get the word out. This is an act of terrorism that he did on January. I've never seen our Capitol attacked that way. And they actually had a Confederate flag in the Capitol. It was almost the South had risen again, right?
Yeah, that's what they wanted it. And again, they lost.
Yeah.
Again, they're traitors.
Yeah.
Think about all the people, 900 MAGA that were convicted, and many of them went to prison. 900. That means they cannot vote, nor can they own a gun. They're felons.
Nope. They don't need
you know what? Go ahead and lose your mind, MAGA, over these indictments. Go ahead, because then we just lose more voters that'll vote for Trump. And he'll just lose more voters. That's all he's doing. He's calling you to sacrifice your lives for him. Doesn't care what's going to happen to you personally. Nothing.
Those are not false charges that Trump is dealing with. The DOJ
No,
doesn't do that.
no, this isn't Alvin Bragg. This isn't even Letitia James, and all those are serious and all. This isn't even Fonnie Willis, even though that's very serious. These are
Mhm.
federal indictments. And when you get a federal indictment and you read those indictments, he walks you through everything that's being said. They've got it zipped up and buttoned up and ready to go. There's no way around this. There's
There's
just
no
no
way
way around it.
around. And Shay, one last thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
What I found fascinating when I was reading the indictment was he had a lie about the votes for every state. And there were 7 states, right?
Mm-hmm.
In each state, Trump had the ability to make up a lie about why the votes in those states were inaccurate. What do you think about that? For instance, let me give you an example.
Wow.
If you go and read this, I read this and I said this is incredible deception at its highest level. In Georgia, he insinuated that more than 10,000 dead voters voted. So the lie in Georgia
Damn.
was dead voters. Pennsylvania, he said more than 205,000 votes had been, what did he say? There were an extra 205,000. So he said
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, there was just way too many votes. There was extra there. What's in there? Michigan, he said that votes were dumped.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
Nevada, he said that there's been double votes. Right? In Arizona, he said that their non-citizens were voting. Right?
Of course. Yeah, because that's
and then in various states, he also said that there were voting machines that switched the votes to Biden. Now,
wow. But didn't switch the vote to another Republican, right?
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So isn't it? I mean, I'm like, wow. So this means him and Rudy Kaludi and all these other people, they literally thought of a lie for each state.
They did.
How insane is that?
It is. It's insane. But they craft it in a way where, you a border state like Arizona, you go, yeah, it was a bunch of illegals, right, as they call them, voted. Yeah, oh, yeah. And then Nevada, you got a bunch of drunk casino workers, so then you think you can throw that off. Nobody, so sure, somebody will buy that. And you got Pennsylvania, which was a swing state that flipped to him, so then he can make up that. And then Michigan was a swing state as well. So, yeah, you just make up all these numbers. Where in the January 6 hearings, the actual Secretary of States from Pennsylvania, from Arizona, from Michigan, from Georgia, all of them attended the hearings and all said that none of this was true. It wasn't 200,000, it was 2. We found 2.
Exactly.
That's all he did. He took a number and then he added like 5 zeros behind it. That's all he did.
Right. You're totally right. And you brought up a very good point. Because I didn't know there were real Republicans out there that were actually standing up to Trump while pushing this nonsense, right?
They did. Everybody that worked the election stood up to him. Because they knew the truth. They were like, that's not happened. That's not what happened. No. That's not what we found. Yeah.
Exactly. And for instance, in Arizona, the Speaker of the House said they had to go on record and issue a public statement, and it said, no election is perfect, and if there was evidence of illegal votes of an improper count, then Arizona law provides a process to contest the election, a lawsuit under the state law. But the law does not authorize the legislator to reverse the results of the election. These are Republicans saying this.
That's right.
And then he goes, as a conservative Republican, I don't like the results of the presidential election. I voted for President Trump and worked hard to re-elect him. Yep. But I cannot and will not entertain a suggestion that we violate current law to change the outcome of a certified election. I and my fellow legislators swore an oath to support the United States Constitution and the Constitution and laws of the state of Arizona. It would violate that oath, the basic principles of Republican government and the rule of law if we attempted to nullify the people's vote based on unsupported theories of fraud. Under the law, that we wrote and voted upon. Arizona voters chose who wins, and our system requires that their choice be respected.
Exactly. That's beautiful. Rusty Bowers was the Arizona Speaker of the House, and he talked to Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani called him and said, "Hey, can you do this? You want to turn this over?" And he goes, "Well, I need evidence. Is there evidence? Send me evidence." Of course, I would turn it over, but I want Trump, I'm a Republican. Yeah. And Rudy Giuliani says, "Well, I mean, we just have a bunch of theories. We don't have evidence."
No
And
evidence.
Rusty Bowers is like, I'm not going to do that. Like, why would I go down? I've been 30 years. You know, I've got a reputation. I'm a Christian man. I'm a family man. Why would I risk everything on theories? Like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, and of course he was called a traitor, just like the man behind you. I mean, this is the party that you're talking about. They don't care about law and order.
They don't.
And someone just called us a communist. I thought we were fascists. I'm confused. Which one are we?
Yeah. Listen, MAGA don't know if they're going or coming, Shay. They don't
I know. I'm like,
they put their shoes on wrong. They don't know what they're doing at this point. They're losing their I gotta keep it clean, but they're losing it, all right?
They are. No, they're losing it because after all this stuff comes out and people really start to read this stuff, because they've been told a lie the whole time. He just wanted it paused. He just wanted to have a chance to revote. He just wanted to have, you know, he was not granted that, and he wasn't given his day in court. You know, we've heard it, right? We've heard it all these years.
Right.
The same rhetoric. And Mike Pence coming out, this indictment came out and basically laid it out and said, no, every single state runs its own elections. Every single state, if it's within 1%, 2% margin, they recount. They recount, just like Georgia did, just like Arizona did. And then you had Carrie Lake. I kept pushing for it. She lost every single court case. I mean, it's enough, guys.
It's enough. It's enough, MAGA.
Let it go for just let it go.
Let it go, like that song Frozen, right?
Exactly.
All right. Well, listen, Shay, I gotta wrap it up.
I gotta finish my dinner. All right. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shay a round of applause.
All right. Have an awesome day, everybody.
All right.
All right. Bye, guys. Bye, everyone.
Ladies, that pretty much concludes. Listen, what a live, right? Nothing but God honest truth minus Snuggles, right? Because Snuggles is struggling right now. He just can't believe all this truth is coming at him faster than Muhammad Ali in his prime, but it's coming. So I gotta wrap it up. I gotta go run, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you all for tuning in to this episode of The Closet of Truth. I will be back tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. with the morning show. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to bring it to MAGA like we always do. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so much for the follows. All right. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. I love each and every single one of you. And MAGA, you know what time it is. Trump supporters, get those knee pads ready, because Jack Smith is coming. And so is Bonnie Willis.
Both hands.
I gotta run. I'm so sorry. We did a great. I didn't know it was gonna go this long, but we did it.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus.
You're thinking that you're cool till I pull up like
Zeus.
Trump is guilty.
Like Zeus. My own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm fired than the eagle and got red on me too. Took a long time to get here and I'm feeling brand new. If you living like a bum, get away from me, fool. I got money on my mind. I can't leave it up to you. I can't hang around with you. You fall in love too quick. You a high risk. Next all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head. This is way above the feds. When you playing with the gods and you playing with the dead. Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love hating on the gods, but he's such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me man. This is how I move when I'm acting like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving
The gloves are off.
Like Zeus. Thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you up like Zeus. I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm hotter than Hades and I'm burning down the roof. You say you want it next, well, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for the in the pool, even though I'm hot. People telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof. Mama, let me play the I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Playing hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. Try to be patient, but you had like a fuse. Catching all these snakes like a mongoose.
I see you ain't doing this
I'm the
lady
one
shit.
that they choose.
I really think
I'm
all
so
of it.
handsome. That's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm looking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus.
Negro, I tell you, you're
When I'm moving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you up like Zeus. I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus.
Yeah, you know about me. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
Now mine on the beat, kicking hard like Bruce. Lawrence Reed on the beat, better call the truth, lady.
He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged.
Lindsay on the beat like Zeus.
Jack Smith.
Love on the beat like Zeus.
He's deranged.
RMC on the beat.
Jack Smith.
Yeah, you heard about
He's
me.
deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged.
Yeah, lady.
Jack Smith. He's deranged.
It's Zeus.
Jack Smith. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me, I consider it a great badge of courage. Did the FBI do that? Because they also did something where they put documents all over the floor, so they took pictures.
Everyone knows he's, and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago.
Right.
I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. I was very kind to him, but now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened. He's taken millions of dollars from other countries like China. He's totally compromised. He's taken millions and millions of dollars from other countries.
Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him passionately.
They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. He's a rat.
Harasser and an abuser. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. Anything they
Go, Jack, get him!
He's a harasser and an abuser. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more